Good day everyone! So in today's topic, we will have the sum of the geometric sequence. And at the end of this video, you will learn the following. Number 1, finding the sum of the finite geometric sequence. And number 2 is finding the sum of infinite geometric sequence. So let's have the first one. Sum of the finite geometric sequence. So the formula of the first n terms of a geometric sequence is S sub n equals a sub 1 minus a sub 1 r raised to n over 1 minus r, or S sub n equals a sub 1 quantity 1 minus r raised to n over 1 minus r, where S sub n is the sum, a sub 1 or the first term, n is the number of terms, and r is the constant ratio where r is not equal to 1. Example number 1. What is the sum of the geometric sequence 3, 15, 75, and so on if there are 8 terms? Formula: S sub n is equal to a sub 1 quantity 1 minus r raised to n over 1 minus r. So, hanapin muna natin ang mga kailangan. Ang a sub 1 o yung first term ay 3. Sa r naman, divide natin yung second term sa first term. So, we have 15 divided by 3 is 5, and 75 divided by 15 is also 5. O ang mga number na minultiply natin to get the preceding terms ay 5. So, we have r equals 5. Sa number of terms naman natin ay 8. Naka-indicate sa problem natin na if there are 8 terms. So, ang 8 ang ating terms. 8. So, ngayon, pwede na nating isolve. S sub n is equal to 3 quantity 1 minus 5 raised to 8 over 1 minus r, which is equal to 5. S sub n equals 3 times 1 minus 5 raised to 8. So, what is 5 raised to 8? So, we have 5 times 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 5. 8 beses nating imumultiply ang 5 sa sarili. So, 5 times 5 is 25. Times 5 is 125, times 5 is 625, times 5 is 3,125, times 5 is 15,625, times 5 is 78,125, and times 5 is 390,625. So, S sub n is equal to 3 times, what is 1 minus 390,625. So, we have negative 390,624 over 1 minus 5 is negative 4. So, what is 3 times negative 390,624? So, we have negative 1,171,872 divided by negative 4. And the answer is 292,968. Next, find the sum of the geometric sequence 2 plus 4 over 3 plus 8 over 9 plus 16 over 27 plus 32 over 81 plus 64 over 243. Ang formula natin ay, again, S sub n equals a sub 1 quantity 1 minus r raised to n over 1 minus r. Ang first term natin ay 2. So, a sub 1 equals 2. Ang r naman natin, paano natin kinukuha ang common ratio? Let's divide again the second term sa first term. So, we have 4 over 3 divided by 2. Then, 4 over 3, change the sign of the operation, magiging multiplication, then find the reciprocal of the divisor. So, ang 2 magiging 1/2. Then, multiply the numerator to numerator, the denominator sa denominator. So, we have 4 times 1 equals 4, and 3 times 2 equals 6. So, we have 4 over 6. And 4 over 6 in lowest term is 2/3 because both can be divided by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2 and 6 divided by 2 is 3. Doon naman tayo sa number of terms. So ang number of terms natin ay 6. Meron tayong 6 na terms. So n equals 6. Then pwede na nating i-substitute sa ating formula. So S sub n is equal to 2 quantity 1 minus 2/3 raised to 6 over 1 minus 2/3. So dito, yung 2/3 natin yung R, yung 6 natin yung N. So S sub N equals 2 times 1 minus, what is 2/3 raised to 6? So 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16, times 2, 32, and times 2, 64. So, 2 raised to 6 equals 64. Doon naman tayo sa 3 raised to 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 times 3 equals 81. 81 times 3 equals 243. And 243 times 3 is 729. Kaya ang 3 raised to 6 ay 729 over 1/3. So, paano naman yung 1/3? Magiging, i-rename natin yung 1 na 3 over 3. So, 3 over 3 minus 2/3, para similar fractions na sila, ay 3 minus 2 is 1. Then, copy the denominator. So, we have 1/3. So, we have now 2 quantity 1 minus 64 over 729 over 1/3. So, again, 2 times 1 minus 64 over 729. Yung 729, i-rename natin na yung 1 minus 64 over 729, i-rename natin yung 1 na 729 over 729 para similar fractions na din sila. So, we have 729 minus 64 is 665. So, 2 times 665 over 729 over 1/3. At yung 2 times 665 ay 1,330 over 729 over 1/3. Then again, 1,330 over 729, magiging multiplication yung division, then yung 1/3, ay hanapin natin ang reciprocal, which is equal to 3 over 1. Then multiply. 1,330 times 3 is 3,990 over 729 times 1 is 729. And 3,990 over 729 is divisible both by 3. So, pwede nating i-divide pareho by 3 para makuha natin yung lowest term. So, 3,990 divided by 3 is 1,330 and 729 divided by 3 is 243. Okay, doon naman tayo sa pangalawa, sum of infinite geometric sequence. So, if the absolute value of the common ratio, which is r, is less than 1, then the infinite geometric sequence has a sum. Let's have the formula of this infinite geometric sequence. So, we have S equals A sub 1 over 1 minus R. So, dito, ang kailangan lang natin ay yung first term at saka yung common ratio, which is R, para magamit natin sa ating formula. Then, find the sum of the geometric sequence 3 plus 2 plus 4 over 3 plus 8 over 9 and so on and so forth. Okay, so we have the A sub 1, which is the first term, equals 3. Yung common ratio naman natin, tingnan natin yung second term. Ang second term natin ay 2, i-divide natin sa first term na 3, mabilis itong makita kasi 2 over 3 lang. So, ang ating common ratio ay 2/3. Okay na, kapag meron na tayong A sub 1 at saka ang common ratio, pwede na nating i-plug in sa ating formula. So, S is equal to A sub 1 over 1 minus 1 minus r. Then, ang a sub 1 natin is 3 over 1 minus ang r natin ay 2/3. So, again, 3 over 1 and 2/3. So, dun sa 1 minus 2/3, again, rename natin ang 1. Magiging 1 minus 2/3. So, yung 1 magiging 3 over 3. So, 3 minus 2 equals 1 over 3. Copy lang natin yung denominator. So, magiging, then, 3 divided by 1/3 is 3. Then, change the operation, magiging multiplication, then, ang reciprocal ay 3 over 1. Then, 3 times 3 is 9 over 1 equals 9. Another example, find the infinite geometric sequence of 8 plus 12 plus 18 plus 27 plus so on and so forth if it exists. Paano natin malalaman kung nag-exist daw ito? Una, first, find r. Again, pakuha natin ng common ratio, second term divided by the first term. Ang ating second term is 12 at ang first term natin ay 8. At ang lowest term ng 12 over 8 is 3 over 2. Kasi both can be divided by 4 or ang GCF natin ay 4. So, magiging 12 divided by 4 is 3. 8 divided by 2 is, 8 divided by 4 is 2. So, 3 over 2. At ang 3 over 2 is an improper fraction. Kapag ganito, na mas mataas ang numerator kaysa sa denominator, ibig sabihin, it is more than 1. 3 over 2 in decimals is 1.5. So, it is greater than 1. Since r is equal to 3 over 2, and r is not less than 1, the series does not converge. That is, it has no sum. So that's the end of our lesson for this week. See you again. God bless us all. Thank you.